The January transfer window has almost come to an end, and it has been full of drama and surprises. Some moves were questionable, while some others were very calculated. A lot of time we focus on things that went horribly wrong, but in this video today, we want to celebrate the smart choices that were made by some players this time around. These are 7 players who made very smart career decisions in this January window. Top of the list surely has to be Endrick. He made the bold decision to leave Real Madrid this January to go and get more playing time for 2 main reasons: to try and get into Carlo Ancelotti's World Cup squad this summer, and to prove to Real Madrid that he is a very valuable player who should be playing more. Looking at the first few weeks of his loan spell at Lyon, you can say that he is already on his way to achieving both goals. In just his first 3 games in France, the teenager has already been directly involved in 5 goals. For context, he only had 8 direct goal involvements in 40 games for Real Madrid before this move. At some point, it started to feel like this kid, who was very highly rated in Brazil, just wasn't able to hack it in Europe. But this move has shown the world that he's still a top prospect, and it has surely also given the player's confidence a massive boost. If he continues at this rate, Real Madrid will be begging him to return in the summer, and he'll be Brazil's starting striker at the World Cup. But Endrick is not even the only teenager who made a smart decision by going to France this January. Do you know who the other person is? Take a guess in the comments. We'll see if you're right soon. While you're there, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, go do that right away so you never miss out on our amazing content. Up next is Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. The goalkeeper put his ego aside and made the best decision for his career this January. With Barcelona having signed João Garcia in the summer, Ter Stegen had fallen to 3rd choice and was surely not going to play much throughout the season if he stayed. So, jumping ship mid-season to get playing time was definitely the wisest decision for the German. Now that Manuel Neuer is out of the way, the Germany #1 shirt is there for the taking, and it's his if he wants it. But he has to be playing consistently if he wants to be manning the sticks for the European giants at the World Cup this summer. So, despite being the captain and one of the most senior players at the club, Ter Stegen had to just come to the realization that he is no longer the main man at Barcelona, and then move to a smaller club where he can play more. And Girona in particular was a smart choice. It's in the same league and even in the same city where he has played and lived for almost 12 years now. So he doesn't even have to make many lifestyle changes. He can hit the ground running despite the mid-season switch. There's also less competition and less pressure at Girona, so he can play more and do enough to not only earn a World Cup starting spot, but perhaps also earn a move to another top club in the summer. This was really smart of him. Another player that made a smart move this January is Donyell Malen. He saw that the conditions at Aston Villa were not the best for his growth and decided to move on from it. He left Dortmund and signed for the Birmingham club a year ago with the goal of playing a lot of football, but just after he joined, he was left out of the Champions League squad last season. That was the first red flag. This season, the coach did not see him as a starter at all. He started just 5 out of the 21 Premier League games he was available for this season, and despite often coming up with important goals and assists from off the bench, his role didn't improve. Seeing no significant change in the near future, he decided to move on halfway into the season, joining AS Roma on a loan deal with an obligation to buy at the end of the season. So far, it already feels like a good career decision. He has started 2 games and has scored 1 goal. At the age of 27, a player wants to be playing regularly, and in that sense, this looks like a move that will be good for him. It'll surely also boost his chances of being a starter for the Netherlands at the World Cup this summer. Another player who certainly belongs in this group is Facundo Buonanotte. He joined Chelsea in the summer on a season-long loan deal with no obligation or even option to buy. With no guarantee that the club will sign him, the only way the player could really benefit from this loan was if he played enough to actually prove himself to the club and other potential suitors. But he just didn't get opportunities. He was first left out of the club's Champions League squad and only added after a long-term injury to Dario Esugo. but it was even worse in the league. Throughout his time at Chelsea, he played only 45 minutes of Premier League football and was even often left out of the matchday squad. He was brought in to be a Cole Palmer backup, but even with the Chelsea number 10 having been injured for much of the season, Buonanotte still wasn't given opportunities. Seeing how everything was playing out, the 21-year-old decided to cut the loan deal short and move to Leeds United, where he'll see more minutes, and honestly, that was such a brilliant decision. It didn't seem like he was getting anything out of the move to Chelsea, so having the bravery to move to a relatively smaller club is great from him. Now, the other teenager we were referring to earlier who moved to League One this January is Ethan Nwaneri. The 18-year-old was getting no meaningful minutes at Arsenal this season, which was essentially stunting his growth as a player, so he decided to leave his boyhood club halfway into the season, taking a loan move to Olympique Marseille to play under Roberto De Zerbi. That was very smart for a number of reasons. First of all, at this age, he just needs to keep playing, so moving to a club where he can get more minutes will always be a good idea. Being a product of the Arsenal Academy, we're sure he wants to excel there, so this move was just to prove to the coach that he is ready to take on more responsibilities at the club. Also, joining Marseille was particularly great because De Zerbi has a reputation for catering to young talents, so he'll learn a lot and hopefully develop so much in these 6 months. And well, so far, it's truly proving to be a brilliant decision. Nwaneri had not started a single league game all season, but once he signed for Marseille, he started, scored, and helped Marseille to secure a win against table toppers Lens, inflicting upon them their first loss since October last year. Moving on, João Cancelo leaving Saudi Arabia to return to Europe this January was certainly a smart career move. The 31-year-old fullback surely has eyes on the World Cup, and playing in Europe surely boosts his chances of making the squad. With Nuno Mendes having already locked down the left-back position, Cancelo's hope of starting comes on the right. But with the likes of Diogo Dalot and Matheus Nunes playing for top clubs in Europe, there is a lot of competition there as well. Trying to displace these younger players while playing in the Saudi Pro League was surely going to be very difficult, which is why moving to Barcelona on loan was very wise. If Cancelo goes on to have a good 6 months, he could certainly be Portugal's starting right back in the summer. So yes, this was a brilliant decision. But not all smart decisions end up in transfers, like in Kobbie Mainoo's case. For example, he was smart not to have forced a move at the beginning of the transfer window. It was clear that he wanted to leave and go to a club where he would play more, and there were many who were pushing him to force a move out of the club because of how Amorim was treating him. Well, looking at things now, it's a good thing he didn't do that. Forcing a move away from the club might have affected his relationship with the fans, and repairing that might have been very difficult. But more importantly, his patience paid off because the coach who refused to play him has now been sacked, and now he's back to being an important player in the squad under the new management. At this rate, Mainoo will likely make England's World Cup squad at the end of the season, which is the main reason he wanted to leave the club in the first place. It seems like it will all work out for him at the end. Now, are there more players who you think made very smart career decisions this January? Drop their names in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content. Catch you in the next one. Bye. The world's biggest tournament is coming, and the official FIFA World Cup 26 Tri-Under competition ball is here at the Goal 90 shop. Designed for the game's biggest stage, it's built for precision, speed and control. Right now, you can make it yours with 30% off plus free shipping. Don't just watch the World Cup, own a piece of it. Visit goal90.shop today and order now.
Do you want to make money with affiliate marketing? Join the Goal90 Shop affiliate program and start earning today. Get your unique affiliate link and exclusive discount coupon to share with your audience. Every sale made through your link earns you a 10% commission. No limits, just real earnings. Don't miss out. Turn your influence into income now.